What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Getting you on the grind and improving your mind every single video that we do, guys. Smash the like button, subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about some good news in the world, which is Steak and Shake actually not using soybean oil or peanut oil or any of these seed oils in their French fries. So, recently, this place that is not in New Jersey for some strange reason called Steak and Shake.
Please come to Jersey. Please, we beg of you, please.
Yeah, they're using beef tallow instead of other seed oils. So most of the fast food restaurants that you guys know and that you probably consume, which you shouldn't be anyway, they cook their fries and the fried chicken and all kinds of sandwiches that they make. They fry it in most likely seed oils, either soybean oil or peanut oil or all kinds of oils, and it basically canola oil, and it makes the food. It's a horrible combination when you combine the oils with the foods that they cook with, and it creates a horrible concoction in your body, and it basically makes you fat and sick, just like most of America is right now. So, how convenient that when RFK Jr. takes Secretary of Health office, that this place makes this big change.
Yeah, and there hasn't been, as of right now, as of us doing this live stream, as we know, there is no mandate specifically to any other companies. So this company specifically just took the leap forward and said, all right, we know, they were like, either we know that we're going to get screwed if we don't implement this change now. So let's just get ahead of the game. Let's just use this as a business decision that we can, be a forward setter and start to hopefully have other companies look at us and be like, oh, they're doing this thing. They're getting people really excited. They're going to take a lot of our customers. We need to do something. They're pretty much being a trendsetter in a way where these a lot of customers, especially us, people who like us who know the dangers of seed oils, know the dangers that these foods can do to you, and see that they're going into the right direction, understanding that cooking in beef tallow is a lot better than cooking with the other oils. It is not as inflammatory. I mean, like you're still eating French fries at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's still fries,
so it's not
and
so it's still not good for you. But it's something where if you wanted to have like a cheat meal or something, then you know that what you're having is not going to be like a horrible thing that's going to do a lot of damage to you. It's going to be minimal damage, especially if you don't overconsume, which is another thing that we talk about a lot.
Yeah, I mean, technically it's not the worst. I mean, it's not great when you combine like potatoes and fat together like that still, no matter, because a lot of when you mix fat and carbs, it does certain things to your body. Now, I mean, there are certain studies that kind of talk about that, but we could probably search it up later. But basically, when you combine certain fats and carbs, it just kind of, that's why you kind of feel inflamed a little bit, and it's how the cells react to it. I can't really get too sciencey. I cannot explain it properly, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be fact checked, but
that's not that kind of a video right now.
Yeah.
But this is the step that we all needed, right? This is something that's really good.
They're brave.
Yeah, because this is something that we needed to see, especially before RFK actually starts to do really anything, because he got approved for secretary, I think, like a few weeks ago. And there really hasn't been much about it. And every time something happens in that, we want to talk about it on the channels and try to have conversations and try to understand what the changes that are being implemented, why are these things being implemented, how is this better for the consumer base and just the entire nation as a whole, why is this better? And so we want to go forward and follow a lot of that stuff, but seeing that companies are already starting to just do this on their own terms and not having to be mandated and forced by the government, which is a whole nother thing. It's good to see. It's really good to see. It gives me some sort of positivity in places where I'm not positive, and I don't have anything positive to say. But let me just go off on a tangent real quick and just let Steak and Shake know that they need to make locations everywhere in the country right now. They just need to do it, especially in New Jersey, because that's where we live, and we would love to work with you and to do some sort of collaboration in some sort to get the word out about this this place because I want to know how good the fries actually are.
Yeah, I want to actually
with
taste
beef
that.
tallow. I want to taste how that is because I've never in my life. I'm pretty sure if I'm correct, because I think we did a video on this. You can go back on the channel, try to find it. We went and looked at, I think it was McDonald's, or we were talking about seed oils in general, and like when they were implemented and taken to where they took the forefront instead of beef tallow. And I think McDonald's was the one that started it, and I think that was like 1994-ish. I have to go back and look, but so our entire existence was after that, so we have never had a chance to actually taste French fries or anything that's fried in beef tallow before. We've never had that, and so I want to know what it tastes like. There are other countries, of course, that don't use seed oils because they're actually smart and they don't want to kill the people that they that they are feeding.
Right.
So I would love to go to those countries, but I just don't like to fly, and I have things to do here. So I think the best thing for us to do is to look at companies like these and start to appreciate them more and go to them more. I mean, I wouldn't say to, constantly consume their food, but at least like if you plan on having a cheat meal, that is a place that you want to go.
Right.
Now, I have a video that I'm about to bring up. It's pretty much I think it's like from Fox News or whatever, and they're pretty much talking about the whole change, and I think it's one of the executives of the company that is talking about it. So let me go bring that up.
A lot of people will say that seed oils are not really that bad for you and stuff like that. It's like, okay, cool. Well, why don't you just test it for yourself and just look in the ingredient labels on every food you eat and just avoid seed oils completely and see if you lose any weight, well, at least body fat, and see how you feel just not consuming seed oils. So that's a little test for you guys, just to find out just how bad they really are, because they slow you down, they make you worse. I can attest to that. So can Mike. So, let's watch this video. And
Steak and Shake says all locations will be, quote, RFK'd as they swap vegetable oil for a healthier beef tallow to cook their iconic shoestring fries. Steak and Shake Chief Operations Officer Daniel Edwards joins us right now from Texas. So, Daniel, you're really shaking it up with this beef tallow thing.
Nice.
Was this at the behest of Bobby Kennedy Jr., or have you been thinking about this for a while?
We've actually been thinking about this for a while. Our owner, my boss, is a man named Sardar Biglari, and when he was a little boy, he went to Belgium and had fries and said these are the best fries I've ever had, and they were actually cooked in beef tallow. So he called me one time and said, why should Europeans have better fries than Americans? Like, we need to have the best. Steak and Shake's classic American brand. We can't let anybody beat us. We got to have the best fries. And we wanted to switch, I guess, years ago, but they couldn't get a chemical-free, additive-free, all-natural, pure beef tallow because they put defoaming agents and things. So he tells me we have to do beef tallow, but we have to do it all natural, no additives, no preservatives. And we found a supplier that could finally do that for us. And he said, we got to do it. We got to do it everywhere. And so we did.
Okay.
We RFK'd our fries.
Indeed. So all your locations by March 1st are going to have French fries in beef tallow. I know RFK Jr. not a fan of seed oils, but ultimately it comes down to, as you know, Daniel, it comes down to the taste. So does it taste as good as, one of those other fries that we have grown accustomed to?
They're so much better. We're actually famous for, as you mentioned, for our shoestring fries.
Right.
And these fries the same fry cooked in beef tallow is crispier, it's golden brown, it's absolutely delicious, and you're going to love them when you try them. You're not going to want to ever go back to the old way of doing fries. And it's the authentic way, it's the original way.
Yeah, right. So that's how a lot of restaurants should be. They need to start making healthier choices when it comes to food. Like even a lot of burgers and stuff, they cook it in bad oils. A lot of steaks and burgers at a lot of restaurants that you may know of. Very sad, very cheap, but that's the business industry, I guess. Yeah. That's the food industry. But really, it's, a lot of shady stuff is always going on, and really we need to make steps towards living a healthier life. And if you're eating out, even though a lot of people can't afford to eat out anyway, so whatever. But really, you need to just be more aware, especially with the internet and all the access to information that we have today. You should be taking advantage of it and be learning how to read ingredient labels and really fend for yourself and your families and your kids and make sure everyone in the house is eating healthy, organic foods. Because a lot of these industries are just here to make a quick buck off your health. And of course, the healthcare industry wants to kill you to make money. So that's a whole thing. That's why everybody loves Luigi and they hate healthcare. But a lot of things are just messed up. to the point where we really need to start taking action for ourselves and our families, and we need to get smart about this now before the health consequences become too big. Most of America is fat right now. Whenever you go to a mall or a store, everybody is just very unhealthy, overweight. A lot of people are very sad, they're depressed, they hate themselves, and they're constantly shoving bad habits into their face. So they need to stop doing that.
Yeah,
and
this is not
one
good.
step at a time. One step at a time, we can undo the damage that we've done to ourselves, basically.
Yeah, this is, and like I said earlier, this is the step in the right direction. If we can maintain course on this and continue being a trendsetter, especially companies like Steak and Shake, if companies like that can be trendsetters and start to really push the needle on doing these healthier choices, especially not just for the fact of, you know, just trying to be different, but also trying to help their consumers be healthier and make healthier choices. That is the thing that I think matters the most, and that will, at the end of the day, be the thing that keeps all of us happy and keeps us wanting to go back and consume, have more of their stuff, and be willing to spend our hard-earned money on places. Because if I wanted to go have something like that, like if I wanted to have a burger and some fries, right? If I just wanted that, I would rather a company that actually cares about my well-being and wants to give me food that actually is, because they even said in that news report is that they were looking for a beef tallow that was all natural, no antibiotics, no preservatives, no nothing. It's just all natural beef tallow. And that's awesome. That's amazing, right? A lot of companies, if they say, "Oh yeah, no, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna sell grass-fed beef," right? But it's gonna be grass-fed, grain-finished beef. It's not gonna be, you know, the non-organic. You know, they're gonna try to give, or they're gonna sell you organic, but it's not grass-fed.
Right.
Stuff like that. They're gonna do what they can to keep it as cheap as possible for themselves to make more money, but also make you believe that they're trying to do something right for you. Where this company has said that they've been trying to do this for years. Now, granted, I haven't been sitting in the room with them. I don't actually know if they've actually had these conversations, but if taking their word by face value, they've been trying to do this for years, and they've been waiting for a company that has beef tallow without any preservatives, any antibiotics, or anything like that. All the words, an all natural beef tallow, and they said that they finally found one, probably very recently, and so now they are finally implementing it. And that is a company that I at least appreciate enough to want to spend my hard-earned money to have their food.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully more restaurants follow their suit, and hopefully this can make a change for the better. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below, and like the video. Definitely want to hear your feedback. Is this good or bad? And try to just always be reading the ingredient labels. Stay away from seed oils. Make small changes to make your life a little bit healthier, one little step at a time. So with that said, we're going to see you guys in the next live or video.